So we have our own administration, which is we'll call it like a public community. Keep calling us as a refugee, and to keep the history here, we refuse to be part of Bethlehem municipality.
Yes, and so how does it work with things? So I'm now thinking about if this is a normal town, which it kind of is. How does it work with things like police and fire response? Where's
This is like from the Palestinian Authority.
From the Palestinian Authority.
From the Palestinian Authority.
And what do you have a view about the Palestinian leadership? Is there a leader that you support or like? How does that work, or not so much?
Most of the people in the camp, they are like part of the political situation. Like when we are talking about the Palestinian refugees, like we like it's the most people who are involved with the political organization, political party. Most of the Palestinian leaders, they grow up in a refugee camp, and because we are the people who are following and carrying the story from the beginning, and until now we're still active. And when we go to the camp, if you ask the little kids,
yes,
he will tell you like he's Fatah or Hamas or
yes,
any other political party.
Will some support Hamas or feel passionately,
yes,
or maybe would people support Hamas? If you're a Hamas so I think about it in the States, if I'm a Trump supporter, I wouldn't tell anyone because, you know, a lot of people have to keep it secret. If you're a Hamas supporter here, is that something you can be publicly a Hamas supporter? It's totally fine.
Yes.
It's totally,
yes.
Is it seen
like
as...
those people, they will be, most of them, they have been arrested, most of them, they have been in the prison, but most of them, they're still proud or strong enough to say that we are Hamas.
Hamas, yes.
Side.
And where do you sit on that, or do you have to
on
keep...
Fatah side? No. I'm not scared or shy to say like I am part of Fatah movement.
Yes, and that's fine. Yeah, I didn't know if you had to like have a position because of your role.
You don't have to, but most of the Palestinians, they are part of. Like I'm proud and strong. I'm not shy. I'm not afraid to say I am part of Fatah movement.
It's interesting, isn't it, how you say I'm not scared or frightened to say my view, and I'm surrounded by people in Western Europe, in these democracies, who couldn't possibly express their own view. That's a real...
Yeah, like I have been political prisoner for 3 years because I am part of Fatah.
You have?
Yeah. The political life in the prison, so you study, you read.
Yeah.
Like I learned English in the prison, by the way. I graduated from my high school. I didn't know what the difference is and was.
Yeah. Your English is awesome.
I use my time.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yes.
Is this? Forgive me if I'm wrong, but is this an example of people building?
Exactly.
So this would be granddad.
Yes.
Then next up would be the next family, son.
And that's why you see the construction. It did not finish in the camp. People are still building.
They're still going upwards.
They're still going up.
So how many stories is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5.
So if you look to this floor, the first one, or we see like, let's talk about that one up over there. I told you about like after the tent, the United Nations, they proposed to build for us a concrete house.
Yes.
So this is maybe the last concrete house have been built by the United Nations, and nobody built on top of it. Like this one? This room.
This room, oh, this one
here,
sorry. United Nations built this. Hey,
hi.
Run! I'm so tempted to run after him, I can't even tell you. I'm like, yay, let's play. So this one.
This room, this room we call it like a union. Like imagine the camp back in the 60s, all the camp we looked like this.
This is what you talked about, this single story house built by the...
So when the United Nations proposed to build for us this concrete house, imagine first we refused. Then we accept the concrete house but without the concrete ceiling. So we lived under 5 or 6 years with these walls but with a plastic ceiling, kind of refusing this temporary
this idea of permanence. So you said, all right, we'll have the house but no roof.
Exactly.
That seems a little crazy if I'm honest.
Later on, yes. No, because we refused.
I want to chase him, but I'm not allowed. Okay, sorry. I'm not allowed to chase you.
He wanted to punch.
I know, it's all right.
Then
you can punch on
when people like lost hope of return, or like my family became more and more and couldn't continue their daily life in this kind of houses, either they start building on top of it or demolish it and build a new one.
So that it wasn't part of that old you know, were given these, it was like starting again in your new refugee camp with your own homes.
Yes.
Type of idea.
And I want you to see all those tanks. We were talking about it when we were there.
The water tanks on
water
top of the
tank.
roof. You were saying that your roof is so full of tanks you can't go up there.
Exactly, because we storage water. Like we storage water, like because we don't have running water in our daily life. The Israeli will give us water like once or twice.
Do you have, I mean, I don't want to be rude, but in your kitchen you have taps,
Yes.
obviously, and they run with water,
yes.
but maybe that could stop, or maybe you don't have enough, or maybe they won't let
Exactly.
you drill more.
No, we don't have running, like we have it like once or twice every month, but we storage water in the roof that we have, with that we can have it the rest of the week. Each
Yeah.
house have this like pipe. When there is water, they bomb the water to the roof. I will show you this.
They
It's small,
pump.
the bump,
Pump.
not bomb.
I was like, bomb. Do
No.
they bomb the water to
No,
the
we
roof?
don't
That's
bomb.
a little mad.
We
You
pump.
pump the
Pump.
water to the, I've got it. So, because other
So,
camps I've
this
been
one,
in,
this one is working here.
the pump,
The pump is working here.
that's what we can hear.
Yes, that's mean
Where's
those
the
people.
bathrooms?
Those
I can
people.
smell bathrooms.
No, it's not bathroom. It's a sheep.
What is it?
It's a sheep. So see, people like storage the water in this tank,
Yes.
and when they run out with the water on the roof, they pump the water from
Pump
here
it.
to the roof.
I got it.
That they can use it inside the house.
Where's the electricity coming? Because that must be expensive.
Electricity also we buy the Israeli for this. So I used to study in this school a long time ago, but when I studied in this school, it used to be with a huge window till 2009. We decided, the public community, to shut down the windows after many time, many people, many kids have been injured by the Israeli bullets inside the
Coming
school.
through, like pot shots
Yes.
through the windows.
And that's why we decided to shut down and close the window. If you look here,
These are your bullet holes.
you still see the bullet holes everywhere in the camp.
And this is towards the school, these
This is
bullet
the
holes.
entrance of the school, and that's why we decided to shut down these windows and open one from the other side.
And just in terms of what place, I'm clearly the shots are
From where?
incoming from
no,
here.
no,
but-
you can see.
Yeah, but
It's
to
come from the tower, the Israeli tower over
oh,
there.
just there. Sorry. Just from that tower.
Yeah, you come closer here, you see it. Like you see the bullets coming straight from the tower.
Yeah, of course. And that doesn't happen anymore? No, no more.
No.
No, you don't get
No,
these pot
well-
shots coming. Not in recent years. I
Yeah,
mean,
no, like was here, it was last month. The last attack to the community here. If you look to all the houses around you, if you look to this here, you still see
shots
the
on
bullet
the wall.
holes. Look to that one, you still the bullet holes. Like whenever you look around, you still see the bullet holes as a witness everywhere. حبيبي.
dustbins. So rubbish. How does that work?
The United Nations still serving the education and the education, healthcare, and
And the dustbins and the
dustbins,
refuge and all
yeah.
that. So is there a hospital? Do you get a hospital
we
here?
no,
nothing.
we go to the government hospital. We have one small clinic for the refugees outside of the camp, running by the United Nations.
Yes,
but
and then you go
we-
to Israeli state.
No.
No, Palestinian.
Palestinian
Sorry,
Authority,
Palestinian hospital.
yes.
You were that.
And also school. After the high school, we go to the governmental one.
Can I ask if you were? I used to be epileptic, so I had crazy things going on. But if you were hurt and there was an Israeli hospital, would you go in it if it was an emergency?
Yeah.
You could.
Yeah,
and
many
it would
people
be
do- many people
totally
do go.
fine.
Yeah, many people
Everything
go.
would be fine.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
great. And if you had if you dream of a perfect solution, like a dream solution, is the solution that you would
Accept.
get your granddad's, no, not get your granddad's home back. What's the dream solution? What's the dream answer? What is the dream?
One state solution called Palestine. Everybody living here in the same right.
And Israelis go to, where do they go?
They live here.
I'm here in Palestine getting the Palestinian side of the story. If you want to hear more from the Rebel team, join us at rebelisrael.com.